given on the stand during this matter. Regardless of that, I do believe that my client will be shown favor of the courts today, and that the evidence is being presented will short nothing but fall of justification for the indictments being pressed and the additional indictments that are attempted to be pressed against my client, as well as other malfeasances. One additional thing, Your Honor, before I step aside, um, there is one thing that I found to be a bit questionable because I am still also unsure because there are so many mistakes that are being made with this case prior to even discovery, and this observation was before discovery, was that my client was granted bail. My client was granted bail or given bail. Um, I'm not sure by who, but I'm gonna assume it was Deputy Chief Jock K, in the amount of $18,000. How I know it is that bail is two times the amount of the maximum charges of the offenses, and there is no way it could be $18,000. I did look at the copy of the report, and it seems as if the fine that she was going to be given if she had pled guilty would have been $18,000. So I also find that error to be very misleading. And if you're going to process somebody in accordance to the stipulations and policies put in place to ensure fair judgment and a fair trial from the get-go all the way to the end, it needs to be done correctly from the beginning. Mistakes like these can prove fatal to a case because you might never know what else uh, would be there, in the cracks and crevices that can be questioned or be seemingly unjust. However, I do believe that the courts will look at these evidences and take into account the testimony or testimonies that will be presented here today, and will find a judgment that is suitable in the eyes of justice for my client. That is all.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cromwell. Thank you. All right, prosecution. You guys are up next. Give me an opening statement.
Was that his opening statement, or is he going for a motion?
Um,
I'm
no,
confused.
this is the opening statement. But in the opening statement, he had which motion was there?
Yeah, there was a motion involved in it as well.
All right, did you note it? Which motion was there? Mr. Cromwell, could you come back up and tell us the motion that you was filing before the court?
Yes, sir. I'm formally filing a motion to suppress the photograph evidence of the pockets, being that they do not in any way, shape, or form have a nexus that links directly to my client, and they're completely unrelated to this case, as far as I'm concerned.
I would like to inform you that the contents of those pockets have absolutely nothing to do with the charges that are placed against your client.
And that is fine. I just like to avoid any mention of it by the prosecution, thus my motion to have it suppressed, regardless of that.
I mean, the evidence submitted through the photo evidence is irrelevant to the charges in this case. I see no problem with
However, if
throwing
it
that out.
pleases the court, and as the justice just mentioned, that it doesn't substantiate any of the charges, then if the court in its wisdom will, allow any mention of it because it doesn't substantiate any of the charges, then that is fine by me.
What do you think of that, Judge? Motion granted.
Yeah, absolutely, in my opinion.
All right, your motion be granted on it in that matter. All right, yeah, prosecution. Can you guys have can you give me an open statement so we
Yeah,
just get
sure,
the thing
sure.
rolling?
Your Honor, people of the court, Today we're here for the case of, hold on one second.
You want it 05?
0546.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, 0546.
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear
Yes,
you.
we can hear you.
Oh, okay, sorry. Here for the case of Valeria Cruz, real estate. Through the evidence provided and officer testimony, we're here to prove the charges of reckless evading and as well as the other charge for obstruction. Um, and I believe through the evidence and the officer's statement that we'll be able to get there. That's all.
Thank you, Ms. Vinny. One second, guys.
Wanting to call witnesses at this point.
Hold on. I had to do some spiritual stuff real quick. Yeah, go ahead. Tell them to call witnesses and evidence. All right, yeah, okay. The defense, okay, prosecution. Could do you guys have? Could you call your witnesses or present any evidence at this time to the court? Preferable to bring your witnesses up first, and your evidence can follow your witness statements. So yeah.
What's going on, Your Honor?
You guys can hear me. I'm sorry. What I was saying is, at this time, I would ask the prosecution to bring forward any witness.
Okay.
Yeah, the prosecution to bring forward any witness or evidence in this case at this time.
Okay. We'd like to call JP from the LSPD.
JB, come over and approach the stand. Bailiff, you can swear him in.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, sir. Do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You sworn in, Your Honor?
Prosecution, you can proceed.
Okay. Were you on scene of the date for the arrest for one Valerie Cruz?
Yes, sir.
Were you one of the arresting officers?
I was not the one to place the handcuffs on her, but I was involved, yes.
Okay. From when you got on scene, can you tell me what happened?
When I got on scene, she was fleeing from police in opposite lanes of traffic, at which time we decided it would be a good idea to block said road of traffic so she wouldn't be a menace to society. At which time she came into contact with my cruiser, which disabled her car, and then she was placed into custody by Jockey.
Okay. To your recollection, how many other officers were involved in this?
In the actual chase, there was a total of 4.
And 2 of which are here today?
Yes, sir.
So, can you describe how she was driving from your perspective?
From what I could see, it was a reckless manner, driving oncoming lanes of traffic at a high rate of speed down the freeway.
Okay. Was there fear that she could cause public danger?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of what this call stemmed from?
Yes, sir.
You have firsthand knowledge of it?
Yes, sir.
Can you elaborate on that? What you heard over the radio or were told?
Yes, sir. So there was multiple panic buttons. The subject that was in the car with her had shot multiple police officers, which I had firsthand witnessed. Upon taking said subject to Mount Zona, his friends had grabbed his corpse and placed it in Miss Cruz's car, at which times officers tried to stop her car, and she sped off on a high rate of speed. So I then tried to get the scene under control at Mount Zona while Assistant Chief Jock K pursued her, at which time Chaos Giggles, who was over there, decided she got in to the chase behind Jock K. And after they circled all the way through Polito and was coming back down Sonora Freeway towards the city, I was able to attach.
All right. I believe that's it for him. I have no further questions.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Vinny.
You have any other witnesses?
Are we doing cross or no?
All right. Defense. You're welcome to cross us down.
No, let me stand right. Officer JP, is it? Right?
Yeah, Captain.
Captain, sorry.
I'll accept, officer.
You said in your answers just now to the Attorney General's questions that you were a part of the chase. How long were you a part of that chase?
The actual chase itself, about 45 seconds. But I was there from the start, and I was there at the finish.
At what point did you so-called attach to the...
Come on.
Well, I mean, technically, I was the one that was at Mount Zona with the deceased suspect. And then when they had took off, I reattached after they were coming down Sonora Freeway on oncoming traffic. It would have been about 7 or 8 minutes after the chase started.
So you joined the chase. That's essentially what attachment means. I didn't catch that answer.
Yes.
In your testimony just now, you said you put your cruiser in the way and she collided. That doesn't sound like you joined the chase.
Yeah, I attached to the chase. If you, there was radio communications of me saying 201's attempting to attach to the chase. As I was heading that way, she was coming oncoming traffic lanes, heading directly for me.
Are you making mention of a piece of evidence that wasn't presented as yet? So I can't really question that, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure it'll be presented, I'm sure. Sorry about that. I'll move on to my next question. Were you aware? You mentioned that she was traveling, that you were made aware that she was traveling the opposite lane of travel, correct?
Correct.
And you do have GPS tracking where you can see where on your GPS the police officers are, right?
Correct.
But you took it upon yourself to put your cruiser in the path of the oncoming police officers' vehicles.
Negative. I was in the right direction to travel, the way I was going.
That's not the question, Mr. JP. Listen to my question carefully, please. You took it. Did you take it upon yourself to put your vehicle in the pathway of vehicles, police vehicles that you knew was oncoming in that lane? Yes or no?
Not in front of the police cars. No, sir.
So, which side of the road were you on? Because I'm confused. You're on. I'm trying to see clarity.
Yeah, maybe I can help clear that for you.
Now, my question is very clear. I'm trying to get you to answer my specific question because my question is what I need answered, right? You testified that you came in the same direction that they were, right? And your vehicle stopped hers. If they're behind her chasing her, then they're also traveling in the same direction as her. That's the only way that she would collide with you because I don't believe the officers were on the opposite side,
Come on.
on the correct lane of travel, right? You were given information that they were on the opposite lane of travel. So I'm asking you, did you take it upon yourself to put your vehicle, knowing that you can see the GPS on your dashboard of the direction that the police vehicles were traveling, in a bid to stop them? Did you put your vehicle in the way purposefully?
Not to stop the police now.
I didn't hear your answer.
No, I was not trying to stop the police. I didn't purposely put my car in front to stop the
ask you
police.
if you were trying to stop the police.
You did just ask that.
Please answer my question. I'm asking, did you put your vehicle in the direction, in the same pathway that the police vehicles were traveling? That's what I'm asking you.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Is it the norm? Is it the taught norm for police chase? They're called 1080s, right? That's what they're called.
Correct.
Is it the norm for a police that is attaching to a chase to put their vehicle in the pathway of oncoming police vehicles, or are they supposed to? Let me not compound my question. Is it the norm for police officers to put their vehicles in the way of oncoming police
Judges right there.
that is engaged in a chase?
It's a norm for me to put my way
Coaching them.
to stop any threat towards community.
Your way, Mr. J.
Yeah.
I'm asking you, is it a taught
Right.
norm for police that is attaching
I
to a
ain't call
chase
it baby when you
to
see
put
me.
its
I'm
vehicle in the way
right.
of
I
oncoming
ain't
police vehicles?
right.
Objection, relevance.
It's relevant because we want to ensure that Mr. JP did the right thing. He said he attached to the chase, Your Honor, but it is very clear that he didn't attach to the chase because it is definitely not the norm. And I know why the Attorney General is trying to object to the relevance of it, but it is very relevant because officers took a sworn oath to protect lives and to keep everyone safe. So if he went against the norm to put his vehicle in the oncoming path of other vehicles, because there's no way for him to know where the escape or the fleeing vehicle was, Your Honor. He can only know where the police officer vehicles are. So if this person had swayed out of the way and the police vehicles rammed into him, either injuring him or injuring other police officers, then it can be said that this officer is acting recklessly in his own self, is to his own demise, which is not the norm, and it needs to be brought up in court. It's very relevant.
If
Judge,
he
can I
was
answer the question,
acting in
please?
That way, then that can be brought up in like a civil court or something.
Judge, can I answer the question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so attempted to attach to the chase, they were coming southbound towards the city. It's my job to travel in correct lanes of travel northbound to try to attach to it. It would make no sense for me to be in the southbound lanes going north.
I didn't.
So they were heading straight for me as I was heading straight for them. I was not attempting to stop cop cars.
And you didn't answer my question.
That is answering.
I
I
specifically
don't see how
asked
this is relevant.
if it is the norm, if it is a taught procedure. That's what I asked. It's a
Yeah.
yes or no question.
The court would allow it. He's cross-examined, so court would allow it. Just answer the question. And,
All right.
yeah.
Yes, it is a norm to protect the community at all costs.
Your Honor, this witness is being very hostile. Because
I'm not being hostile.
It's still not answered as yet, Your Honor. Your Honor, my question is trying to point the direction of the court to understand that the actions that this officer took, is it something that every officer is taught in the academy coming up, or is it something that he just did because he wanted to do it? That's what I'm trying to get at. And I'm trying to ask a question which is clear. Is it the norm? Is it something that is taught in 1080s that when a police officer is catching, because that's what he said in his testimony, at catching, not blocking, not stopping, at catching, that was his words. When you are attaching to a chase, is it the norm for you to put your vehicle in the pathway of oncoming police vehicles? Yes or no?
Answer the question.
Yes, at the rate of what to happen, it's situationally based.
So the court is to believe that when you're attaching to a chase, you just drive out in the way and you just put your vehicle in the oncoming way, in the coming way of other police vehicles. Okay, I'll move on. I'll move on with my next question. Okay, I'll move on with my next question.
Yeah, please do.
You said in your testimony that Miss Valeria Cruz was the one that was driving. At any point in this entire scene, did you help to or identify Miss Valeria Cruz?
I seen her step from the vehicle.
That's not the question. I asked you. Can you just answer the question?
I did. I just told you yes.
At any point in the scene, did you identify? As in, did you know for sure that that was Miss Valeria Cruz? That's what I am asking.
I did not personally ask her name.
Okay, thank you. No further question.
All right, prosecution, do you have any more questions, or do you have any more witnesses, evidence to bring to the case, court?
I'm all set with this witness.
All right, Mr. JP, you can step down.
I'd like to call Officer Giggles.
Officer Giggles, you may approach the stand. Officer Giggles. Yeah, you may approach the stand. All right, go ahead, swear in.
Yes, Your Honor. Miss Giggles, do you swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Get out.
Yes, sir.
She's sworn in, Your Honor.
Thank you, sir. All right, Miss Giggles.
Good evening, Ms. Giggles. Were you one of the officers involved in the pursuit that happened for this case with Miss Cruz?
Yes, sir. Oh, sorry, I was on whisper. Yes, sir, I am.
Okay. Can you tell me what your role in that was?
I was one of the officers that responded to the 1080. There was a bunch of panics going on. It was really hectic. And then I walk up to deal with the vehicle, and Miss Cruz at the time, which was identified as Miss Cruz, requested a female officer to search her, which was me. And I was the one that had to handle her until dropping her off at the cells for Jacques to arrest.
Okay. Were you involved in the pursuit part at all?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So did you witness the way that she was driving at all?
Yeah, it was very erratic. A lot of accidents happened during the whole 1080. We finally stopped in oncoming lanes after she crashed with locals, I believe, and officers that were setting up a barrier.
Okay. That's about all.
Okie dokie.
Thank you, Ms. Vinny. Hold on, Ms. Giggles.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you. So, the defense, do you have any cross-examination?
Yes, Your Honor. Just a few questions for Miss Giggles. She's eager to step down.
Sorry, I forgot.
It's okay.
It's fine. It's Officer Giggles, right?
Yes,
Captain
sir.
farted me. I just want to make sure I'm safe.
Sorry about that, officer.
Right. You mentioned in your testimony just now that you observed the driver of the vehicle driving erratically. Can you explain what does that mean?
What erratic means?
Yes, driving erratically.
Like driving all crazy all over the road and crashing everywhere and driving in oncoming lanes.
Okay. And you said you were a part of the 1080 from the location it said to have started from Mount Zona, I believe.
Correct.
And did you observe Ms. Uh, Cruz enter that vehicle before the chase started?
Did I see her enter it?
Yes.
No, she was the vehicle
That,
that pulled up
that
to.
that's the question I'm trying to ask. I'm just
Okay.
asking if you saw her entering. I don't really want you for Mr.
Okay.
AG to object to you saying too much.
Sorry.
Sorry. It's okay. So you didn't see her enter the vehicle, so you cannot, without a reason, beyond a reasonable doubt, say that she was the one that was driving. You were told she was the one that was driving, correct?
No, I wasn't told that she was driving.
So
When she was stopped.
when the vehicle stopped, you saw her come out of the vehicle.
Correct.
Okay. And you said you're the one that transported. Who arrested Miss Cruz on scene?
Jacques did, but I transported.
Oh, okay. Um, in a test, I'm not sure if you were listening, but in a testimony given before by Officer JP, he said he was attaching to the scene. But now you're saying that officers were trying to set up a block. Was it radioed over on the communications that the officer was indeed setting up a block, or that's just your takeaway from what happened?
Oh, I don't remember. I just remember there was a block. I don't know if it happened before she arrived or after the whole thing, because there was two police cars set up to block the road.
Okay, I look forward to seeing that evidence. All right, and you said you just dropped her off at MRPD, I believe, MRPD, and handed her over to Jockey. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So you were not involved you were not involved in her processing. Is that what you're led to
Correct.
believe? So you didn't help to identify that the person um, was Miss Valeria Cruz.
Correct. All I did was search her and transport.
Oh, you're the one that searched her. Okay, thank you for that. Did you find any identification on my client? Pardon? Or I can reword it. Did you find any identification on the person that you searched, if you can recall?
Not that I can recall.
Was the person that you searched wearing a mask at the time when you searched her?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. No further questions.
Excuse me, can you guys like calm down back there?
Sorry, Your Honor.
Yeah, thanks. Okay, is that all you guys got for Officer Giggles? Before I let her down.
Yes, she's good to go.
All right, wonderful. All right, Miss Officer, you good? Well, my opinion on this case is that pretty much, I mean, the evidence is everywhere. I don't see a direct identification to Miss Valera in this case. Um, it seemed like it's kind of inconsistent with the officers. So the evidence that I see personally, I can't like go in good judgment in a good frame of mind to say that Miss Valeria was the person that you guys actually arrested. The proof. I mean, I don't see out of identification. I mean, neither officer that you guys brought to the stand was able to produce identification. Ms. Giggles herself said that she searched her down and she didn't see identification. And she also was wearing a mask.
Hey, Your Honor, can I ask you one question, sir?
Go ahead.
If they're claiming that Miss Valeria Cruz was not the driver of the car at the time that Jock K processed her, then why did Miss Valeria Cruz, why didn't Sal pay her bail? It obviously had to be her, sir. With all due respect. She was the one that was granted the bail. She's the one that paid the bail. In the name of Valeria Cruz, she's also appeared today as Valeria Cruz.
We'll discuss that. Who is that speaking? One of the judges?
That's Captain JP.
Oh, JP? Oh, okay, go ahead. Okay. Yeah, no, go ahead, continue.
Yeah, that's me. Like I said, if she was not identified, how could we identify who was the one to pay the bail? Obviously, she had to give her name.
Sir, Your Honor, if I may, that is not obvious, and the prosecution must prove beyond a reasonable doubt, as it relates to the rules of evidence, that the person that they saw commit the atrocities that you're claiming is the same person that they arrested, is the same person that they searched, is the same person that they're processing. At no point in time, as you so rightly said, they linked any of this evidence to my client. The officers failed to identify the client, and I'm pretty sure that nobody can stand here today and point to this person standing beside me to say that she was the person that was on scene that was arrested. No officer can do that. And even if the officers that should have been here, I see nothing that was submitted into evidence that can be used today as actual admitted evidence against my client to identify her as the person that was driving and that committed these crimes that she's been indicted with.
Hey,
I mean, there's no.
hey, sir, Your Honor, can we have a sidebar?
Yeah. Cromwell.
So I like what the defense is trying to do here, but at the same time, Ms. Cruz, at the time of the incident, as you can clearly see on body cam, was also had a different hair color than she has now. You know, and
so you're basically pointing out your inconsistency, and you're.
No, I'm pointing out your inconsistencies.
I don't have to prove anything. I am here to just hear your evidences, and you failed to
your
even
client paid bail.
identify her. Doesn't listen when if you're going to talk about the bail amount, the invoices, right? That is something that is, Your Honor, in Romeo Pasta. That is something that is written on a piece of paper. It's something that is written, that is given to a person. If a person can say, yes, this is my name, the person could say any name, right? And that's the name that you'd have to write on the invoice. And she was given the wrong amount for the invoice, so we can't even say this invoice is even legit. So the whole point that the entire thing is inconsistent, and at no point you are supposed to identify the person that you are arresting, and nobody can say, yes, that is the person that I saw, that is the person that I arrested, that's the person that I processed. No officer can say that. So our identity is still unknown to the police.
The chain of command, the chain of evidence for her was straight from the scene.
Guys,
Miss Giggles.
In the chambers. Hey, come back in the chambers, guys. JP Cromwell, chambers.
Yes, sir.
All right, JP, you said yourself that you did not get any identification of her. You said that yourself.
I personally did not know. But,
Okay.
But,
Go ahead.
The point is, she was taken from the scene, Miss Giggles, who's had plenty of interaction with Miss Cruz.
She was
brought from the scene to Assistant Jock K, who was also on the scene, to verify that is the same person that was on scene. We've all had plenty of interaction with Miss Cruz.
But hold on. But how can you verify? I mean, how you say it's her when you say she had a mask on, right?
Not inside the PD, she didn't, sir. No, it's
She had a
common
mask on the
practice of
entire time, and
PD.
there's nothing that they're providing that shows
Yeah.
anything about her being processed. There's they usually are supposed to take a picture. You're supposed to see her face. You guys can't identify her at all. She was wearing a mask, and that is her words against yours, which is reasonable doubt, which is what you as a prosecution want to avoid,
That's
which you
true.
clearly are not avoiding today. You weren't there. You didn't process her. Miss Giggles, who was the one that took her, said she had a mask. She just said it on the stand. I asked her point blank, under oath, did she have a mask when you searched her? Yes. And Mr. Jockey is not here today to witness, and whatever you say is hearsay, which is inadmissible.
And you guys did not get identification from her. She did not have identification. You didn't. And one thing is, she could say, I mean, whoever that you guys had, it could be a friend. It could say anybody's name, correct?
Yeah, but as you know, like I said, so we're assuming here that Assistant Jock K didn't do his job. So that's what we're trying to imply.
No, we're not assuming.
we're
It's
just-
not about assumption. Just because you said the word assumption, that proves the case.
No, that's what I'm saying. You guys are assuming he didn't do his job.
No,
He's
no,
the one that
there's-
did the narrative.
Okay, listen
There's
what
a
I'm saying.
whack.
I got. Hold on. Go ahead, Judge.
I'm saying there's a lack of evidence here. Like we don't know. Like there wasn't enough collected. You know what I'm saying?
The
like-
judges went, yeah, like, I see what they're saying. Like, we should have had a photograph of her identification. showing
Right,
that it was
right.
her.
But my problem with the whole, hold on, there's a shootout going on outside. Hold on, do that radio. My problem is, I like the defense. I understand what you're saying. Me or Chaos identified them, but the arresting officer who put one unknown suspect at the time later identified as Miss Valeria Cruz. The fact that Jock K has spiritual problems today and can't be here, when he clearly states that he identified Miss Valeria Cruz.
I mean,
Sworn
the
officer.
report just says she later identified, didn't say how.
Okay, but it says he identified her.
Yeah, but it didn't say. That's like
I'm
saying, yeah, she was
that'd
driving.
be like saying then the way to do it would be to ask for continuance until Jock K could be here.
So that's
verify
not
that
up
he
to me,
did
and
it.
pretty
No,
sure the judge
yeah,
denied that.
yeah,
So, and
the-
Your Honor, I might add, I was a DA for a very long time, right? And what I
In this city,
always
sir?
make it my point of duty to do
Yeah.
is to say that, officer, I would say, officer, do you see the defendant, the person that you arrested, that either shot at you, did this or did that in court today? Point at that person. And when you point, yes, that person is sitting over there beside the lawyer or sitting over there in the pink hair, I would say to the judge, Your Honor, let the record show that the officer I positively identified in court, in open court, the defendant. And that is what you need. And no officer can say that because that's not, as you clearly said, that's not the color hair of the person that was driving. So how can they positively identify her?
In order to do that in court, they have to have the identification from the beginning. though.
Exactly. Yeah, but they didn't. There's no ID. There's no fingerprint. No nothing. Guys didn't nothing at all. You didn't photograph her. Nothing.
Cap, I just got a question extra. Do you see the reasonable doubt? Do you see the reasonable doubt? I'm just saying, do you see where the court stand? I mean, because our job is, it had to be undoubtedly evidence. We have to see full evidence. We got to know what's going on. I mean, right now it's wishy-washy here and there. The officers, I mean, my thing is right here, I've been informed the PD that this case was coming up. You know, I put it into the chat. I make sure you guys was aware. You guys just decided to answer to it. That's not my fault. You know, even though Chief said he said he wasn't gonna be able to be here, but I mean this case is like long overdue. So we got to get out the docket because stuff is just constantly flowing in. I just can't hold a case and say, well, we waiting on Jock to get here because tomorrow we're gonna have 40 cases. You know, you understand? You understand my position right now? So I have to get it out the way. We have to get it here. It's okay. Sometimes you can't win everything. You know, right now you guys weren't prepared. So I ask you this question again. Do you see the reasonable doubt?
Okay, yeah. So I'm fine with where you're going. So that means then Miss Cruz out there is not going to be asking for bail money back, correct? Because that would prove our case when she wanted to get her bail money back. That was her that took the bail money.
Oh, I have no. You know, see that? That's a whole different case. This is a criminal.
That's not a whole different case.
I mean,
I'm saying she can't walk up and get her money back then, correctly?
I can't listen. That's a civil case. If they want to bring that, to the court. The court will hear that too.
No, but yeah, I'm fine with it then, sir. If you want to drop charges due to lack of identification, that's fine, and we'll just keep the bail money. We have no identification of who the one who paid the bill was.
However,
I
y'all,
feel
whatever,
like
whatever y'all
I
want to come
feel
up
like
with.
Your Honor, if I may, I feel like you're borderlining on something that is very powerful. Like I said,
But
bail
it's not
is
powerful at all.
something
How's
that
she
is
gonna how's she
yeah,
gonna get her
it is
money back
something
if
that's
she's not the one
written.
who paid it?
No, but that's the thing. It's a stipulation that bail money be returned regardless of your outcome of the case. It doesn't matter, guilty or
Yeah,
not. Bail money is
but
always returned,
if she's receiving her bail money, she's identifying herself as Valeria Cruz.
Correct.
and that would what be within the case, or because that happen after the
That would
court gives its
verify her
judgment.
own identity that she's the one
It,
that paid the bill.
but bail
We
monies is
that's
returned after the judgment is given, not before. So are you
that's
saying
what I'm
that
saying. But if he's
whatever
saying that
happens outside of the case is relevant
no,
to the
sir,
case
no,
by
sir,
court
I'm
result of
saying
session?
well, exactly what I'm saying is if he says that we, on a reasonable doubt, can't prove that Valeria Cruz was the one arrested, then Valeria Cruz can't collect the bail money.
Yeah.
That's
As far
it.
as I'm concerned, my client informed me that she didn't pay the bill, so that wouldn't even be a problem.
Okay.
She didn't pay. She didn't pay anything at all. So
So
what
she didn't. So she didn't pay anything. She can't get anything.
Right. So
Well,
we're good
that's
with
what
that.
she informed me. She said she didn't. She said what he was saying at the time about bail monies and da 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 da. She said did not happen, and she didn't pay anything. So, which is what I
Oh,
inform all my clients to do. Do not pay it, so that it makes it easier. If when the court happens, even if you're found guilty and the judge passes down the fines that you're supposed to pay, they can just cancel the invoice, quote unquote, and then you were fined in accordance to the
Right.
according to the
And
contract.
it was under my impression that she was invoiced, so I guess we won't cancel the invoice. And
Yes,
then
yes,
as
it
our
can be canceled.
now what we'll
I
do is as captain, like I said, I control the money. So what we'll do is we'll just use when that person comes to PD to complain that their money was just randomly took out. That was
You're
obviously the person who's
overreaching,
invoice.
officer. You're
I'm
supposed
not.
to cancel. You're supposed to cap because, Your Honor, if it is right, if I'm arrested
If we
and
had the
I
wrong person
say,
under arrest, then
Your
the
Honor,
wrong
if
person
I was
hadn't stood
arrested,
trial.
right, if I was arrested and my name is Roger Cromwell, right, but I told the officers that my name is Abel Kane, right, and they billed Abel Kane just for argument's sake, they bailed the Abel Kane, and now the case is over. It doesn't matter who you bail, if it was a person in court or not. You messed up. The case is dropped. That that invoice is supposed to be canceled regardless.
Yeah, I
It
mean the
doesn't
invoice.
matter.
Yeah,
It's
Yeah.
right.
supposed
I
to be
understand what you're
canceled.
saying, Mr. Cromwell, but you know how this city works. Since we're not spiritually in a city, this city works by the way you find somebody. You have to use your F7, which it gives your name to the officer that's doing it. Which, of course, that'd be powerful to use. That name pops up when you send the invoice.
Yep.
So that's my whole point. There was no way to know who we invoiced. There's no way to know who to give the money back to.
You're not giving any money back. You're just canceling an invoice.
Why that person hadn't stood trial yet, sir? According to you. So until they serve trial for it, then
So are
we
you
keep the invoice.
so you have the wrong person in trial? So you brought the wrong person
That's
to
what
court.
you're
That's what you're
saying.
saying.
Just for clarity, because I feel like maybe I'm not understanding, you guys didn't take any pictures or fingerprint this person.
Nothing at all. No part. No.
The
No
fingerprint
kind of
system's
evidence.
not
They didn't even
working
ask
when
her
you
to
walk in.
remove her mask at all, Your Honor, according to Miss Giggles.
Yeah, for sure. Second.
No, Miss Giggles didn't unseen, but I know beyond a shadow of a doubt, 100% sure, could bet $1 million on it, that Jock K always asks people to remove their mask.
And yet still you're 100% sure it's hearsay. What a shame.
Yep,
Your Honor,
just-
I made sure I asked Miss Giggles because she's the one that gave testimony around the same time when she handed her over.
The
I
only
made sure
the
I
only way to get
established-
positive ID is to have in evidence is to have a picture of their identification.
Okay,
And that was
guys.
not so-
Okay,
so-
guys. Tell me. All right. So what's the agreement? I see.
No, so like I said, I'm good. If you want to dismiss charges, I'm fine with that. But we just can't return bail money to somebody that.
It's not
hasn't
up to
stood
us.
trial.
It's up to you, Your Honor. I mean,
That is fine.
Oh no,
I just-
no. I mean, like I said, I mean, like I said, we are just. I mean, pretty much. Like I said, I don't want to be stuttering. We already see that. I mean, that they haven't proved their case, so we are dismissing it. But what I'm saying, Cromwell. I mean, what I see, you guys had the agreement on the with the money part. That's pretty much what I'm trying to see. Like, I
Nope.
mean,
I have no
so
problem
she.
with that, Your Honor. They can let it run its course, and whoever gets
Yeah,
billed
just
the
let
money
it-
gets billed the money. That's up to
Correct. And then if they have a problem with it, they can always come visit the police department and we can
No, I'm
address
pretty
it.
sure if that person gets bailed, they're going to be coming to me to file a lawsuit against the police department. But we'll see that when
And I'm fine with that, especially if it's Valeria Cruz, because we have 2 other charges that could be brought up within 60 days. So we'll see.
All right, guys.
Appreciate you.
All right,
right,
guys. I
fellas.
see you guys out
Have a
there. You guys step out. I'm gonna speak to the judges,
Okay,
and we'll be out with the verdict.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I mean, shit.
What you
Yeah,
guys think?
there's no evidence. I mean, you gotta identify. I see, they tried. They just didn't. They didn't get what was needed to, just we need to know. Like, that's just what it is. You need to go by the evidence, and if you don't have an identification of who you got, then, how do we know?
Yeah, if they
Yeah,
did
yeah,
not
yeah.
get, there's nothing we can do. Basically, we have to throw it out based on a technicality, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Because as from what I can see by the evidence, it would seem very clear that this was the person. However, without properly identifying it, it's not
So so we throwing out. That's pretty much dismissal, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's
Dismissed
nothing you can do.
on a lack of ability.
Like, lack of evidence. Yeah, it really lack of evidence because you can't tell in those pictures that that's hers. Like, there's no, you can't link, and if you can't link, then it doesn't hold. Like, you gotta have
Rug
something.
doesn't fit,
Yeah, it's OJ. We back.
All right, let's go ahead and dismiss this case and get to the next one then.
Yeah, let's get on. Judge?
Y'all having fun yet?
Yeah.
All rise for the Honorable Judge Versetti.
One second. Go ahead, Judge. You can go ahead and dismiss it.
You want to go ahead and do that, bro?
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Make sure you read that case file.
What?
I can do it if you want. I'm
Yeah,
ready.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead and do it.
All right. Regarding the case 0546, we are going to be dismissing this case due to a lack of evidence and the PD not being able to properly identify the suspect.
Yeah, so pretty much. Yeah, so it pretty much lack of evidence in what Judge just said. So, case adjourned. Doop, doop, doop.
Pop, pop, pop. Thank you,
I
everyone.
need to get a gavel. We need to get a gavel sound here.
I gotta tell you, I don't know if everybody can even hear us, but hopefully.
Yeah, we heard you, sir.
We need to get a gavel sound.
I don't know your name.
Judge Versetti.
Judge Carlson Culture.
Oh, you're.
I'm getting a gavel.
Pinocho?
How's it going, Judge Versetti?
Sam Culture.
Oh, Meg, how you doing, Lieutenant? You looking good? You looking good, Lieutenant?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You
I
looking
miss
good.
you. I haven't seen you around. I saw you in the cells maybe once or twice, and I got to introduce myself, but I haven't seen you since.
Yeah, bro. You know, like I said, we working hard. You know, it's nice to meet you. Looking for you did a wonderful job today too, Lieutenant. Wonderful job.
I appreciate you saying that, sir. I've never been a part of a court case or a court hearing before, and seeing you up there gave me some motivation.
Hey,
You know, it was amazing.
You think we
Hey,
did
Judge.
good?
Hey, Judge, can you come here real quick for me?
All right, sir. I'll let you go.
Can you call the other judge here?
All right.
I don't know where he went.
Come on, guys. Come on. What else, Judge?
What do you got?
Tell Ben what being at.
What the other judge do?
Go get him right quick.
All right, since you're the main judge, right?
No, sir.
This
No,
is my issue, right?
Go ahead.
The failure to identify,
May I
right?
enter?
Uh,
Oh, no, when you're.
hold on.
you know as well as I do, she has to give her name to be invoiced.
She has to in MDT, right? Technically, right? If
But
you're getting bail,
anybody
Invoice
you
to
can get
F7.
But you can get
No, I can't.
anybody
You
name.
you can't.
Okay, not
you know why?
F7.
You
If I
can't
F7
process.
you and I hit create invoice, the only people I can invoice right now, if I did the $200
It's gonna be me and you.
invoice, like I'm gonna put arrest, right? Or bail. That's what
Basically,
it's
we're
been for,
using a
is
bank
bail.
statement, bro. Like that's
Yeah, so
literally
right here it would
identification.
say
It matches
Samuel
up.
Jack and Tommy Versetti. That's the only two people I can invoice right now. So that clearly means she was there to give the name, because he would have verified Valeria Cruz. Valeria Cruz
Yeah.
right here. If she said my name's Tony and Valeria Cruz pops up, he would know that obviously there's a fucking problem. What
So
we
the
just
bail
said
amount-
is a standard. No, we just set a standard of there's no way to have any more criminal cases because everybody can pull that same bullshit.
Yeah,
You know it
and
was
he's
me,
gonna
just
do the
don't-
same shit. The same attorney is gonna do the same shit. He has a court case right below this. Right
Yeah,
after this.
there's no fingerprint system doesn't work. If they don't have an ID in their pocket, the way you ID them per Bible
Okay,
is you F7 them.
But hold on, but
That's our problem.
But see, you proved. Hold on, but you failed to prove that though.
All right, fellas.
You
The
you just
F7?
say that. You just say
We
that.
can't come out of character and say,
We
hey,
can't.
for
That's a
Bible
powerful
issues,
thing, though. That's a
we have
powerful
to
thing.
we have to verify who you are through
hold on.
F7.
But you can't say you can't
what's that?
you can't say in court that
They said
we
that
don't
she got gave
we
the
don't have
invoice.
ID. You can't say that we don't have ID.
It's
No,
different.
the judge, I mean, the attorney himself said, hey, we're here
Everybody-
because he admitted in his opening statement, as you heard, my client was charged $18,000 bail when it should have been double the bail amount. He said, my client was charged with bail. The only way you can invoice somebody is they have to be standing in
They
front.
have to be standing right next to you.
Which means we took his whole system and just let him.
Kevin, listen to me. My point is, you have to prove the case. You have to
How
prove
you
it.
gonna prove it if the system is not working?
Okay, see now.
If she
now-
has no
hold on,
ID in her
listen, hold
pocket,
on.
how
You
what
guys
can we
have
do?
phones, right? You guys have phones, right?
Bro,
You guys have
I mean,
phones?
you guys understand. You guys are not understanding, bro.
But you
Right.
could have easily just taken your phone out and just taken a picture.
I can't make.
Of what?
I can't make the
Something to
rule
look.
of her face.
My
So
MDT, automatically
make sure
takes a
she.
picture of her.
It takes a mugshot over it, the MDT.
Yeah,
But
You
Once
have
you go to
to
jail.
provide that.
Okay,
You have
well-
to provide that into evidence. That's
Yeah,
the
I
problem.
gotta see
Once-
that. Hold on,
listen,
Sam.
That's once you go to jail, though, right?
But I have to see
when
that.
you're on bail, right? When you giving a person the bail money, the only basically the people you giving, they have to be right next to you, right?
Okay,
No,
okay,
right,
okay,
right.
so
But
guess
I'm
what?
good,
Getting
but
the
listen,
bank-
listen, I don't
you're
even know
getting
y'all's
their
names.
bank
Hold on.
information.
I don't even know your names, right? I can tell you right now, there's Carl Sancho,
how they do
Harrison,
bills.
Tommy Versetti,
Okay,
Samuel
Sam.
Jack, Cody Burns, and Benzella.
Oh, go ahead.
That's
Bro,
the only
but
people
you-
I can
you-
invoice right now.
Hold
She
on.
has to give her name to get invoiced.
She has to
That's
give
the only way
her
to do
name
it.
to the invoice.
You did
And
not
then
say.
if you
Hold
think
on, I'm gonna
about
make
it-
sure that. Did you say that?
Everybody
what?
knows that. How the hell
Yeah,
can
we
you-
said it. He admitted himself.
No.
He admitted to the statement at the beginning. She got bail.
He said my client was bailed for $18,000. It should have been double the bail amount, not just $18,000. That's why I said we're going to be assholes, since he wants to use the Bible issues of ways we can and can't identify people. We're not going to get the bail
He
money
knows
back.
that too. He's using his other cousin, like thinking, like I don't know, bro.
So is
Okay.
this something that
Fingerprints
that we need to bring
busted
forward?
and
Hold on,
doesn't
hold
work.
on, hold on. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying, Cal. And this is what I'm saying, Chief. You guys know my cousin is we brothers. Well, you know that I love PD.
And it's
Hold on, listen,
inappropriate in a
hold on.
lawsuit to take a
No,
photo
no,
of somebody
no,
with
no.
your cell phone.
But we can't. We got to figure out some kind of way to identify these people. So especially the people that go on bail, because we got to be able to make.
That is
sure.
the way you do it, sir. You have, remember what you were told. If they don't give you your name, you fingerprint. The fingerprint don't works. You take them to the fingerprint station and you F7 them. Same way I just did you
Yeah,
with the
F7.
invoice.
That's the same
That's
bail
how you
amount.
get their name. You say, oh, okay, fingerprint says Valeria
And then
Cruz.
also, if you think about it, she gave us the name, right? What was her name?
Valley Cruz.
Valerie Cruz, right? Why would she show up to a court case of Valerie Cruz if it's not Valerie Cruz? She
We could have identified right there.
herself.
We could have identified right there too if you wanted it.
Oh, wait,
She identified herself.
Oh, listen. Let me ask you this: when he asked you guys, can any officer point at
He
this
didn't ask
person?
us.
Yes, he did.
He asked if we processed her.
No,
or
no.
if we
hold
pulled.
on,
He,
hold on.
no, he asked.
Captain.
Judge. He asked.
Listen, Captain. I
Did
heard
we
it.
ID her with her ID? Did we use her
Sir.
ID to ID her?
Sir, I'm asking the other
She
judges.
ID'd herself.
Go ahead.
I'm
Go ahead,
asking
ask.
the other judges. Would you guys? You guys was on the stand with me. You guys heard this, right? Y'all was on the bench with me. He asked. He said, "Can any one of these officers point at her right now and identify her and say this is the woman that they charged?" No, nobody said anything.
No, he did not. He said that in here. He said that's when he was DA.
Oh my
Yes,
God.
sir. When he was sitting right here, he
Oh,
said, when
you-
I was
you're not-
DA, I
oh.
made the officer point and say, can you identify the person that was there?
I have the whole thing recorded. I'm gonna send you a clip.
You go back and watch it.
He sit there and asked.
But
he
all
said-
I'm saying
he
is-
said, wait, hold on. I'm gonna say this one more time.
Go ahead.
Because I listened thoroughly. I mean, I wasn't asleep. I didn't nod off the time.
No, I believe you.
I
I'm
made-
just
I
saying
made
he
sure I
didn't
heard
ask
every
us
word.
to point her out in the courtroom. He
Sir.
might have said in a statement, but you can't interrupt a statement. He asked me directly. He said, officer, did you pull her ID? Did you see her ID on her?
And what'd you say?
No, because she didn't have a physical ID on her. I can't just say, yeah, it was in her pocket when it wasn't there.
Exactly. So
And
nobody.
I also can't say, hey, I used the F7 method that per Bible, how we're supposed to do it.
Okay, so both of them is really inadmissible because my thing
He
is
never asked us to point her out. I told you in the chambers here even that we've had multiple interactions and run-ins with her. We know who she is. I said that she could testify that she's the fact member of the sidebar. I said she talked to her the whole way down, knowing who she is with all the interactions we've had, drove her from the scene when Jock put her in handcuffs, from the scene to Jock in the cells, to where then, because she said, I want a female. Female has to take.
Okay, so why y'all didn't call her up to like cross-examine her or ask her questions?
She's not going to testify.
I mean,
no defendant will ever testify against herself. They have the right to remain silent. They'll always take the Fifth Amendment.
Still worth a try.
Yeah, you didn't try though.
You can't request for her to go up there.
I'm just telling you, bro. He's gonna repeal. He's gonna repeal like.
Yeah, so I'm just telling you guys, if they're going to use that method,
everybody in the city is getting.
It's impossible to ID anybody, so we're gonna have no court case.
No.
Well,
we're
gonna go back to
I
not
agree
giving
with
bail.
them on this one. I think we need to come up with a solution to this because
I
if
agree
their
with
fingerprint system isn't working, we can't. We
Right, we
can't
have to
allow
use that
cases to
seven.
be
Use
dismissed
that.
based on this.
Y'all know damn well we identify
But that's
people before we
information
arrest
that
them.
I'm not aware of.
But-
I'm not
but-
aware of the fingerprint.
And then if you think about it, like, you know, your cousin, he's, you know what I'm saying, he's in with us LSPD. If you know, when you take somebody down to the cells, you ask them their name, and if they failure to ID their name, then you put them back in cuffs, take them, Ross deposit it out, use your F7 muzzle, and grab his name. You know, like fake fingerprint, basically. So there's no real fingerprint ever being put.
Are you on your DOJ job right now?
So then, all I'm saying is when she's
Honestly-
brought down into the cell, also, when we send her to jail, we can't send a random person to jail.
It's not
won't
gonna let
us.
you.
It
It
physically
will not let
won't
you at all.
Well, the problem is she was out on bail, right?
Right,
Yes,
you
so
can't
she didn't-
invoice somebody
you
unless
can't
they're standing in
invoice
front of
somebody,
you.
yes.
You can't invoice
You have your
somebody
DOJ
either.
job, you can flex your F7. When you create the invoice, it only lets you invoice the people that's in this general vicinity.
Well,
This
let's
is
come up
something-
with a solution then.
Yeah,
And
this
we
is something
can't-
we all
we
need to
can't-
agree on.
but you can't bring it.
We
You
can't.
can't. Hold on. You can't say
We
that in
can't
court.
dismiss cases
but
just
you
because
didn't-
of a fingerprint.
No, but you
No,
just
we
say
can't
that
say-
though.
it's
Hold
out of
on, hold on,
character.
Hold on. Just see, that's what I'm saying. It's not about. Hold on.
That's
hold
out
on,
of that's
hold
out
on,
of that's
Sam.
out of your body.
Hold on. That's
This
the
is
problem.
the soul speaking.
Hold on, but that-
Yeah,
but
that's
that
like
is-
a-
Hold on, but that is
that's
like that is the problem though,
mission.
because like how?
I'm not-
Hold on. How can I judge on something that you didn't bring me? I can't
How,
judge.
bro? I can't just break. I can't just ruin everybody's Romeo pasta in the middle of the thing.
Yeah, he simply asked the question, did I pull her ID out of her pocket?
It's no.
Right,
So,
because
okay.
she didn't physically have one on her.
Just listen to me, guys. How can I judge based on something that you do? Like, I mean, it's not a direct thing. Like, I mean, are you saying that this is the only way you can find them if you're in the vicinity, right?
Right.
But what if I say that it's if you didn't identify, anybody could be in the vicinity.
No,
You can't.
that's what you don't understand. Flex your F7. You have the DOJ job. You should be able to invoice. Flex your F7. Hey, create invoice. Is that working for you?
I mean, I understand how this works, and
Yeah, but I'm saying that I
think-
can't tell you my name is Jock K and you
So-
invoice
so-
Jock K because Jock K is not in your general vicinity.
Which
It
is-
physically
My question
will not
is-
let you.
my question: bail not paid then when they were invoiced?
Yeah, it comes out automatically after 10 days of not paying it.
Yeah,
That's
but-
why I said when she comes back
Okay.
for her bail money,
She's not
that's
getting it.
obviously going to identify
but-
that she was the one that was charged it.
Okay,
She
so
had to be
here's-
standing right in front of you to be given that invoice.
I guess here's the. They're gonna get out on bail. They need to pay their bail right then. They can't get
That's
out.
something
at
with
that
the
point.
that's something with the AG. I don't know where he at. He needs to come up with that.
No, that's no. So no,
Because-
it's not the AG. I'm going to say it respectfully, but that motherfucker out there makes town council. He's the head of town council.
No, we can
Town
do
council
something about it. I'm saying-
town council changes laws. Town council makes laws. How's that fair?
But I'm telling
They
you,
make
No,
they make
but
the
JP,
laws.
But JP at
That's
this
getting
time,
changed
but
there.
JP at this time right now, you know, we got a little hand in that. So you know, we
Yeah,
can
I'm
assist.
just saying,
in
ain't
that.
nobody going to want to come to court
If we're gonna
if they're going
dismiss
to be able
cases
to
because of
exploit
fingerprint.
shit and we can't exploit.
I'm
No,
saying-
I can't stand on
completely
stand and say, hey,
agree.
we
This is,
clearly identified her through the F7. Obviously,
Yes.
she was identified, or she wouldn't have been here today.
See, that's what
what
I'm
I'm
saying.
saying.
So you
That's
got
the problem.
hold on. This is what I'm saying. You guys need to come up with ways that you can identify.
That is the way.
Hold on.
That is the way he's telling you.
But listen to what I'm saying. That you can bring to court If you can't
You
use
can't.
it,
That's
bro.
you're breaking
Sam, hold on,
Romeo
bro.
Pasta.
No,
No, that's what
hold
you
on,
understand.
but that is what you doing. If you hold on, this is what I'm saying. So, hold on, listen, Chief. If I use stuff that you guys can't even bring to court, and it's just something I know that I'm supposed to know because okay, that's supposed to be. I mean, my cousin, he's a police. He's a policeman, not me. I mean, even though I am, but I'm not me. I'm Judge. Hold on, listen. I'm Judge Tommy Fassetti. If you guys are not bringing it to court, I can't say, well, that's how that works. You know, you have to bring stuff that I can use. You know,
That's what we're trying to tell you. It's supposed to be as close to spiritual as possible, right?
So
you see what I'm saying? I can't
So
use
nowhere
a
in spiritual
F7
can you
menu.
say I can use my F7.
I have a question for you. Why are you? Maybe you can explain it. Why are they allowed to leave if they're not immediately paying their bail?
That's because he made that rule.
He made that rule.
Okay.
The guy that's literally
Okay. Yeah. So
The guy
that
that's
rule,
exploiting you right now by saying that he
rule
made that rule.
we're going to need to get that changed because people should not be allowed to leave the cell if they haven't paid their bail.
Correct.
Their option will be either to be pled guilty and you guys send them, or they pay their bail, and then once they pay their bail, that's them identifying themselves because your fingerprint scanners.
Well, she did technically. She already did pay it out.
She
That's
did.
fine.
How
She
would
paid
you
it right
get,
then and
how
there.
would you charge a bank if how would you charge a bank if the name is not right?
All right, so
You get-
look, the
you get what I'm
case
saying?
is already over, guys. So
No,
we-
we're not arguing the case. We're
we're
telling
not
you for
talking
future
about
the
references.
case. We're talking
that nobody
forward.
else is going to
Forward.
come in here
No.
with him trying that same bullshit because nobody. Do you have an
But
idea
what
on
I'm
this?
It's gonna
sir?
happen. It's gonna happen.
Yeah,
I
it's
have a
gonna
case with him
happen.
right
It's
now.
not
I
gonna-
have a
it's not
case.
gonna
No,
happen.
I have a
not gonna
case with him
happen.
right now.
We just need to come up with a solution.
No,
bro.
this
That's
is what I want
all
you
it
guys to do.
is.
This is all I want you guys to do. Give me more than one way that you identify guys that come in. We have to fix that. We have to find out. You can't take a picture, but okay. But how can we get a way that we know for sure that's the individual? Our
Fingerprint system's not
down.
working.
We have to come on. We got to come up with something though.
That is our way. The invoice is for
But
bail.
bro,
The
when they
invoice?
tell us their name, why would they lie to their name? They're gonna get sent to jail. You know
I gotta.
that you can't get sent to
Okay.
jail without giving us the proper name.
Okay.
So if you give us a false name, I can't send you to jail. It don't matter who you are, where you are. I can't send you. They changed that because people were getting sent to jail randomly because people were giving false names. So the government actually changed that. Now in the MDT, you can only be sent to jail if you're in the vicinity of somebody.
all this,
So
you can't
by-
bring none of this up in court. I can't hear none of this.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah, because
That's what I'm
it's
trying
out
to
of-
say.
it's out of pocket. That's what we're trying to
It's
tell you.
out of character. I can't
Well,
sit here and like
there's-
it's what
there's-
he's saying.
That's the
I
problem.
can't be
no
like,
way.
oh well,
Like if I ram you,
I use my F7 muscle to identify
so
her.
put it this way, Judge. You're standing out in the middle of the street. I have a headache, and I run over you in my cruiser. Okay.
Okay.
I ran you over, correct?
Right.
I can't come in there and say, "Oh, sir, sorry, my brain was lagging. That's the reason why I hit you," and then get the lawsuit dropped. Either way, I still ran your ass over. I can't come out of
Yeah,
character and say, "Oh, I was lagging. I'm sorry."
So the
fact
way
of the
I
matter
see
is it
this,
happened.
the way I see this, the
I
only
don't.
solution is changing this rule with the bail. If they pay their bail to get out, which is them identifying themselves, that's the only way we can.
Right, I'm cool.
solve
I
this.
agree with that.
Look,
It should be you have to pay your bill
Because
before
we
you walk
can't
out
have
the-
this.
Hold on,
We can't throw out every fucking case because
hold
they're
on.
fingerprints.
That's what it's
Hold on,
gonna
hold
be
on.
because
Hold on. This way-
everybody in the city, all we do is ask them their name. They give us their name. We process them, send them on. If it was up to like, if the city finds out about this, oh my god, there's gonna be like a million court cases because all we ever do is just ask them their name.
Yeah, but we have to do more than that. My thing is this right here. We have to do more than that.
What more can we do if we don't got fingerprints
Oh my god.
We
And
need
they
to
don't
get.
have their ID.
Look, can we
and
get
they
the
don't
fingerprint-
have IDs?
What's the job? Okay, speak as your cousin. For
That's
now.
Hold on,
government.
hold on.
You
So
gotta
we
have
hold on,
government.
hold on. My thing
Speak as
is,
Sergeant Bands.
I'm gonna
Be
get
honest.
with
hold on,
government.
hold on,
I'm gonna
guys.
try to-
So we
No,
don't have IDs.
No, when
No.
you walk somebody in the cells, what's the first thing you do when you walk through that first door?
This is-
You flex your E muscle and you fingerprint them, correct?
Yeah.
When we have fingerprints, right?
Right, and it's not working, but that's how we identify everybody. You walk straight
It's
in, flex
never
your E
worked.
muscle, and then you keep walking.
It's never worked.
And
though, that's
if
the thing.
it doesn't work, you handcuff them, you take them back to the fingerprint station, you F7 them again, and use the F7 to identify.
But that's like breaking care. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not gonna come to court and be like, oh,
So
I use my F7. Here's the body cam of me opening up my F7 menu.
And see, that's
to
why I
identify
refuse to be a
them.
DA. This guy asked me on the stand, and that's why I said, it's not trying to be mean to you, but he said, so you purposely got in the way of officers. I repeated and said, no, I did not purposely get in front of officers. I got in front of her. He said, that's not the question I was asking. I answered the fact that, no, I was not trying to stop police. What sense does that make? And he keeps trying to say, "Yeah, you was using the direction of motherfucker. Your client's driving recklessly. They admitted. He literally admitted to you. He says by saying my client was rammed by you. So he admitted she is who she is in court, open court. If you think about it, he said my client was rammed by you.
Right.
He told you that is her.
Hold on. This is what I'm saying. All right, when it come down to you got now with that part, all right, we can go over that. But what I was saying just right here is like y'all gotta see my part. All right, I only can go.
No, I get it. You did 100% what you're supposed to do.
I only can go off now. You guys could have told me, okay, well, yeah, the only way I can identify her is, I mean, if she's in the vicinity. I mean, it's all about what you guys can bring to the courts. I can't just assume that.
No, but I told you that in here before it got dismissed. That's why I said we're not giving the bail money back. They know the only way we can do it is this.
But I can understand that part right there. That's why I brought it to the side. That's why I brought you to the chambers. I seen how where it was going. And I knew we had to come up with a conclusion with amongst both of you guys. But you gotta understand. Okay, it's not the court's fault that the fingerprint's not working. I mean, it should be working. You see what I'm saying? It's not the court fault that we don't have IDs. It should have IDs. You see what I'm saying? It's not the court fault that you guys can bring me evidence, physical evidence.
That's why we're saying that's not our fault either.
I'm not saying
that's why we had no bail.
It's not.
That's why we had. So listen, that's why there was no bail. That's why there was no nothing. Like if you got arrested and we had proof, you just went straight to jail.
Exactly.
If there was any bit of shadow of a doubt. So say Cody arrested me and he had no really good proof of. His job was to then just take a little bit of money or just let me go. That's how we had the police because DOJ is so busted. It's not your fault. It's not the AG's fault. It's the government. There's nothing working. So every case is going to be dropped with the fact of failure to identify. We can't identify.
We got to figure that out.
What can we figure out?
Or there's no way to have the DOJ. It's a lot to figure out. We just said.
Listen. You explain to me what is.
I'm gonna tell you what you need to do. You need to make some report. You need to talk. Get an angel. They need to figure out the fingerprints. We need help with the fingerprint. Somebody here need to have ID. Talk to an angel. We need to make a prayer. Tell them we need IDs ASAP.
We've been asking.
Okay, listen to what I'm saying though. It's not this. I'm not an angel. I'm just judge. Tell me if it's city trying to get the DOJ going and get everything happening. If it's not my fault that the angels, hold on. It's not my fault that the city is busted right now. That all these cases gonna be dropped. We have to do our job. I got to get this thing rolling.
That's why.
So
nobody's blaming you.
I just need physical evidence. I need physical evidence, and I need a sandwich right now.
I got some hot dogs. Motherfucker. Yeah, we're not blaming you. I think you did what you're supposed to do. Technically, but they exploited something that they shouldn't have exploited.
Yeah, no,
that's why I'm saying. That's why I said there's no point in being the DA. There's no point in. It's not the law. I guarantee you, we could go back and use Jock's body cam from the whole time where he's, hey man, what's your name? He's like Valeria Cruz. He F7s it. No, well, guess what pops up in his eyes? Valeria Cruz.
Okay, so why he didn't send it to you?
You can't use that. I have it.
You can't use the body cam?
No, because we're in real world. F7 popping your name up in your fucking face.
I'm talking. Okay.
That's what I'm saying. We can't use that shit because it's not spiritually related at all.
Okay, so what I'm saying is, you said he got a body cam to say her saying her name was Valeria Cruz personally. So I thought you
have to. So you have to. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I cannot invoice. I could find you through the MDT in the old city. You give me a fake name and it would find that guy. Now in the new city here, if you're not in the general vicinity, your name don't pop up.
But why you guys didn't put it in the evidence?
We can't. That's what I'm saying. We can't screenshot. It's not a spiritual thing.
Bro,
if she says I don't have my ID on you, then what we do is we take you the fingerprints. We F7 you, and your name pops up. That's how we identify.
This is Captain.
We just say the fingerprints work.
I'll be honest with you. You damn right. You right. It's gonna be a lot of fucking cases getting dropped if these damn angels don't get us some type of identification for these people.
But that's why I said that's why we were refusing bail. We tried to give it a chance to hope that people would do whatever. But that's why we have to just say until.
And then you're gonna have even more lawsuits if you refuse.
And you know what it says. So like even if they say, hey, I don't know what my name is, we tell them this, right? P/me and say so. See now their name pops up. But spiritually, you can't do that.
What I'm saying, but can you use that though? I mean, just because you
No, you can't use that in court because it's admissible because it's not even close to being some way to identify somebody spiritual.
Okay, so hold on.
That's why he's having all these people plead not guilty to shit.
But what's going on with the ID though? We have to have ID. That's all we need is ID.
That's what I'm telling you. They know. Like, let me check your pockets.
I think I got ID on.
Yeah, your ID works, right? It says
Yeah.
Tommy Vercetti.
Exactly.
And now look at this. Hold on, just let me take it for a second. Right, so I go to arrest you.
Right.
Now I'm like, hey, let me see what your name is, sir. I go to check your ID. Guess what? Your ID is not in your pockets, right?
Right.
So I know, per my training and SOPs, I take you to the fingerprint station. It does not work. And then I do the F7, create an invoice, and it pops up your name, Tommy Vercetti. So now I know who you are because I said the fingerprint is what told me who you was. He simply asked in court, did you guys pull her ID off her pocket? At which time we responded, no, we did not because she didn't have one on her. As you can see from the picture, that's why he used putting this back on.
Right, it's gonna be fucked up, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. It's gonna be hard.
Yeah, so once it gets around, everybody in the city is no longer gonna be having their ID on them, knowing that they can get away with whatever they did because.
But see, guess what, bro? I'm gonna be real. I talked to we got Scott and them doing our things, bro, trying to fix the city. We have to fix the city, so we can't just sit back and I mean, and be real. That's a loophole. You know, unfortunately, I mean, on both our ends, on my end and yours, that's a loophole. We can't get past it until they fix it.
So what we're gonna do, out of pocket, just to let you know, is we're gonna use because she's got these charges dismissed. They can't be brought up on her, no matter what.
Okay.
But the other two charges we were asking for, so we'll use Jock's body cam of him doing the F7, showing that she is, and then we'll get a warrant for the other two charges, and then we'll just rearrest her.
Hey, see, bring it to the. I mean, look, you guys.
And then we're probably going to indict Cromwell for lying and open.
No, like I said,
Yeah, anything you say in court is under oath.
It's of course, whatever you guys can bring to us, and I can see physically with my eyes, and I can touch. That's what I can use, But I can't use stuff that I just, just like in the air. You see what I'm saying? I mean, I understand what you're saying. I am, but I can't use that. I only can use what you guys
it's
can
not,
bring.
and this is the thing too, and it's not on you, but that's why I said if I was the AG or the DA right there, right, as soon as he said, "Sir, my client was rammed," right, and then he started this failure to identify shit, I would say, Your Honor, do you not remember when he just testified to the fact that his client was rammed?
It's like the AG didn't do his job. I mean, I ain't gonna say he didn't do his job, but why you guys didn't represent yourself?
Because when he's here, I'm not allowed to.
So okay,
you see what I mean? There's no point being the DA and arguing with the guy making the rules.
You're not gonna win them all. You're not gonna lose them all. This is one case. Get off my.
Brother, I'm not mad at you.
Get off my ass about this case.
I'm an assault judge.
Look.
You got body cam on you, brother?
Yeah, I got body cam on. Yeah.
I'm gonna take it.
Look,
me answer.
Listen. This is what I'm saying. Okay, bro. We got to talk to the angels, bro.
That's what I'm telling you as a friend. That's why there's gonna be no more case. They're just gonna drop them all. They plead not guilty. We're just gonna say you're free to go until they fix it, which kills DOJ and your Ross DePos. That's why I said I didn't want to be DA after I seen how it was going.
No, it don't.
I was like, we want to come help you.
No. Because guess what? If you do that, if they do that, guess what's gonna happen? They're gonna sue y'all ass, and then y'all just have crime.
Not if they plead not guilty and we let them go.
Okay, if they plead not guilty, then what's the use for y'all catching them?
That's my point. You know, half the people still plead guilty. They don't care.
Yeah, that exactly. I like that. I don't want to be in court. You think I want to be in here? I gotta sit.
I know you don't, brother. I know. But you did good. I thought you did wonderful.
JB,
it's fair.
Let me say this, JB.
You did your job.
The most motherfuckers that plead guilty, that's what I want. You understand? I don't have to be here. I can put my suit on, and I can get out there and kick ass right with you. You know that, right? So the less motherfuckers that I got to set a court day up for, I love it.
So, that's what.
but I'm gonna do my job. But when it come to me and it come to my, up here, I only can do what I can do. We only can do what's physical evidence that I see. I can't just make assumption and go out what could be and what I think happened. I just can't do that. That's not how the law works. Then if you got, like you said, if the AG is on his ass and he ain't doing what you guys want him to do.
So let me ask you this question as your judge cousin, okay? Mm-hmm. If we show you body cam of Jock K, F7 in her, are you going to give us a warrant for the other 2 charges? The reckless driving and the trying to conceal evidence after the fact?
Let me sleep on it.
You see my point? Because then he could show his whole body cam of when she said, "My name's Valeria Cruz." And he pops up his F7 and it says Valeria Cruz right in front of his face.
Let me sleep on it. Let me talk to some people. Let me sleep on it. Let me talk to some people.
Well, let me know because they're having.
Well, look, we can do it tomorrow. Look, whatever you want to do, produce it tomorrow, and we'll do it. We'll see what's up.
Yeah. Are you flying out? Or are you going out to your car?
Yeah. Hey, look, I dodged the other one.
I don't want you to get robbed. You know what I'm saying? People understand you're a judge. You know they're going to try to kill you.
Shit. You know what? Well, I don't have a car, bro.
They ain't got the DOJ garage yet?
Not yet. I must piss the whole PD off. Everybody left.
So they're having a meeting.
They're PD.
Oh, listen. Nobody will ever get mad at you for how you just get mad at him trying to exploit the city. That's the problem.
Yeah, but you
did what you're supposed to do, bro. Did you have an ID in your pocket? And how'd you identify her? We can't spiritually say we used F7. He knows that, so that's what I said. We'll find a different way around it.
Yeah, I mean,
trust me. I'm not mad at you. I thought you did great.
Thank you, bro.
He said the AG should have said, "Sir, you just identified your client by saying this guy rammed your client." Remember when I was on stand? He said, "You think it was proper the way you stopped your car in front of my client and rammed her?" I mean, you're the one that just told everybody that is her.
Yeah, but see, so y'all supposed to rebuttal that. Y'all supposed to hit him.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't on a witness stand.
Why you
court say, you just admitted.
Why you ain't whisper to him? Y'all gotta talk to you. Y'all gotta talk to y'all representative, y'all proper. You gotta say something to him. Say, come here, AG. Come here, man. You supposed to told him this. Say something. I'm just up there listening, bro. That's all I'm doing.
You good, brother. You good.
I mean, I think for our first case, I think that was nice. You know, guys, I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna stay here. All right, Cap. I'm gonna stay here. I'll see you guys later. All right. Look, hey, look. Y'all be prepared. We got another. Y'all got another court. Another case tomorrow.